Hello ladies and gentlemen, vBlackWolf here, and today we're going to try to establish the top 5 tech characters. And I'm going to mainly focus on their raids and stories performance, because even though, let's say, Nightmare Batman is gonna do amazing in Arena and Champions Arena, we don't really care about that body. Arena and Champions Arena are easy game mods. If you have a different opinion, please do leave it down below. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this video, and let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, we're going to have Red Hood. When you take a look at Red Hood, he doesn't seem like he's doing much. His abilities are bare bones, he looks very cool indeed, but he doesn't seem to do anything more than that. And then you get to reading the super move. The super move is going to extend the duration of the fight by 30 seconds and give you a bunch of resistances. The resistances are not necessarily important, but the duration extension is going to be great. And if you equip an All Blades on him, even a level 1 All Blades, you'll get some little attack chance, which again we don't really care about, but he's going to get a huge amount of reduction on his super move. So for 5 bars of power, by having this guy in the team, you can fight fights that last 30 more seconds. And those 30 more seconds are going to mean 30 more seconds where your damage dealer can go to town on the enemy boss. It's going to be used in the multiverse team for that reason, and it's going to be used in the King team in Dawn of Apocalypse Stories if you got a Firebox that's level 5 or above. So definitely a great character, and he fills the role of a support character. Not the best tech character, but still pretty high up there. Coming in also at number 5, this will be the only spot we do characters, don't worry about it my dudes, but we're going to have Ace Green Arrow, and I couldn't really separate Ace Green Arrow and Red Hood since they pretty much do the exact same thing. They're going to be support characters filling 2 very niche roles. Red Hood is going to extend the duration of fights, and Ace Green Arrow is going to power drain. Again, when you take a look at him, he doesn't do much. Special 2 doesn't do anything, Special 3 nothing, garbage, but when you get to the Special 1, you get a little bit of a power drain, and that's pretty good, and you start to wonder what might be the passive. The passive makes it that the enemy's power is going to be locked as you tag out of combat. So after he tags out of combat, so over a couple of seconds, the enemy will not be able to generate power. This ability will make him an amazing character to use in fights where you rely on your enemy staying power drained. For example, fights like Phase 4, or fights like Soul Raid's Brainiac or Soul Raid's Darkseid, if you are not going to have at your disposal an entropy. And for those reasons, it's going to be great. It's going to be a stable character in the Black Manta team that's fighting Phase 4, and it's pretty much going to make any character in the game able more or less to fight Phase 4. So overall, a great character for that niche purpose, and kind of just as Red Hood fits a very niche purpose, so I really couldn't differentiate in between them. But yeah, well, being said, let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we're going to have Predator Batman, and while previously we had some very niche character, Predator Batman is going to be pretty much the opposite of that. He's going to do a lot of things. The passive is going to inflict some damage on the enemy as he tags in, equal to percentage of their health. Unfortunately, this is not going to apply in Raids and Soul Raids, so only Arena and Champions Arena specific, so we don't really care about that. Special 3 is going to deal a decent amount of damage, making him able to be built as kind of a budget damage dealer, even though it's not necessarily recommended, but there's the possibility. Special 2 is going to stun the enemy, which is great, can be used as a combo builder for Silver Banshee also, but I was trying to say that for Heartbreak Harley Quinn in Soul Raids when the enemy is stunnable and not immune to stuns if you don't have Arkham Knight Batman. And the special one is going to be Armor Piercing, that making it a very, very good tool in Arena and Champions Arena, but yet again, the main focus of his is Raids and Soul Raids, and in Raids and Soul Raids, this can disable the enemy's abilities and make him a viable combo builder for Silver Banshee. It's not going to be the best combo builder for Silver Banshee, but it's going to be the easier methods that new players might find a little bit more accessible, yeah. Overall, a very, very versatile character. He can pretty much do anything, but he's not the best at anything of what he's doing. That being said, let's move on to number 3. Now, getting into the number 3 of this list, we're going to have Justice League Cyborg. Justice League Cyborg is going to be an amazing character. So, first of all, his passive is going to increase by up to, at 5 stars, 300% the damage on basic attacks for Justice League characters, which is going to be amazing, and any successful Justice League team that you wanna ever have will have to have him in the team. Without that, there is no Justice League team that really exists and is going to be successful. Well, you could argue that some Superman with some Batmans in there, but at the end of the day, not really. He's going to deal some pretty decent amount of damage himself. He's going to have a power drain on the special 2, which makes him a usable power drainer for Justice League team in phase 4 and in fights that need power draining, like Darkseid and Soraid's Brainiac. So that's something that you're going to have over there always. He's going to, instead of get stunned when he would get stunned, he will not get stunned and get some power drains, which is great and can be used in some specific scenarios. And he's going to be a staple in the Justice League Superman team. For Soraids. He's not really used in raids, that team, and also going to be a staple in the budget Justice League team with Justice League Flash in it. Overall, a very solid character, can hold his own, brings out a lot of tools to the Justice League team, and there's no Justice League team that can exist without him pretty much. And yeah, Predator, Batman, Justice League, Cyborg were honestly pretty close in terms of what they can do. So if you wanted to put Predator, Batman above Justice League, Cyborg, the difference between them is so little that I guess it falls to personal opinion. So go ahead and do that, my dude. Well, that being said, let's move on to number 2. Now, moving on to number 2, boy oh boy, how the tables have turned after the Brainiac rework. So Brainiac was for a very long time a meme legendary character. Even though he was not the worst legendary character, people were regarding him as the worst because he was the only one who was free, available with both gears and shards to be farmed. And yeah, since we got reworked, it's going to be great. So first of all, he's got some passives. So the passives are going to tremendously buff legendary characters, and at the same time they're going to let you take control of the enemies that you kill. And while that's going to be maybe useful in Arena and Champions Arena, though more like for fun purposes, going to be very good in phase 1 for the League of Anarchy as a support character. And the passive that buffs legendary characters, giving them more attack, more health, and the percentage of Brainiac's lethal attack chance and lethal attack damage is going to make them into killing machines, and it's going to pretty much pop Black Manta all the way up to maximum power. So yeah, he's going to be the best support character by far for the best character in the game. So I think only by that alone he's going to be worthy of this place. And since the buffs, he's going to be a pretty decent character himself, and he can support any legendary characters for that matter. But he's going to support Black Manta by so far more than any other. But yeah, that being said, let's move on to number 1, and I think, but until this point you've already made an idea. I think you might have made yourself an idea already when clicking the video, but yeah, let's move on to number 1. Okay, I don't think this is a surprise to anybody really, but at number 1, ladies and gentlemen, oh, who would have seen this coming? We got ourselves Black Manta, ladies and gentlemen, as the best tech character, and arguably the best character in the game, arguably. But yeah, we got Black Manta over here. So what Black Manta pretty much does, he's got the burn, he's got the stun, he's got the power slow on the abilities, but we don't really care about that because his passive is going to be so strong that he doesn't need to use any of those. So basically his passive is going to, he's got 2 other passives, but again we don't care about them that much. We care about the one passive which is going to make him get more and more damage on basic attacks as he uses basic attacks, and that's going to stack up like crazy. So pretty much you find yourself a fight and you use Black Manta's basic attacks. You can use the special tree to stun, you can use the super move, you don't have to use the special tree, and you'll end up with some pretty huge damages when you put him with Brainiac. Like, this character deals a huge amount of damage. It's arguably the best damager in all game mods, if you don't regard Batman Catwoman Beta Club, of course. But yeah, it's doing crazy amounts of damage, and he's a very versatile damage dealer. He can hit any fight in existence, from phase 4 to Captain Cold to Scarecrow to phase 1, though you wouldn't really want to hit phase 1 with him because you got League of Anarchy, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, Black Manta is number 1, and this was the whole list pretty much. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this, if you did agree with this, if there's any character that I should have included. Maybe Silver Batman, question mark, but yeah, not sure about him. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this because it does help a lot, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!